players are in. Game's about to start. Blue. And
yeah, when you
they
pulled
are
up,
leaving.
well, when you pulled up those first cams, there seemed to be a lot fewer people near red and more
Get
over
ready.
in that green to
Go.
blue sort of area.
Yeah. There's a couple people sitting around blue. Not many. And they're off. So just stick to this one for now, for the most part, I think.
Yeah, this I like this setup. It gives us good arena coverage, and we'll see the scores, which is most of what we can really talk to, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, just having a quick look
Who
at...
do we think we're going to see up the top of this game?
Well,
I think Mad Can's probably a bit of a given.
Tiger. I reckon Method as well.
Yeah.
Beefy. How does Beefy normally go on solos? I feel a solid player, but...
Beefy's first game, I don't think great.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was sitting in the bottom half somewhere.
Yeah. But if we haven't already said Spider, and Moss, I think.
Yep.
So I think certainly there's a solid top 5 in my head. And then, yeah, I think looking at this one, I think a bit of a rough game for the likes of Dari and Tech Deck. But probably are going to have a rough time in this game, I feel.
Yeah. Two of my teammates are in the game, Big Red and Martin. Neither of which look great times so far, unfortunately.
Well, only 2 minutes in. Still time. But how much of it is part of the mental game of feeling like you're behind at the beginning and then trying too hard to catch up at the
end? Yeah. Ems is having a very good start. Second-year player on Havoc.
Playing on Havoc, nice, nice.
Rapid as well, I believe, is a new player as well.
On the, I want to say the
Owlbears.
Yep. So coming over to us from New Zealand. Very good to have them with us this year. I think fortunately / unfortunately, Worlds happening later this year has meant that some of the other New Zealand teams have had to prioritize that over this. But hopefully see them back next year.
Yeah. Tiger's run away with us a little bit early. Nearly 1,000 points in front of Rapid and Spider.
Had a very good run.
Victus and Ems not far behind, and then there's a jump of a couple of tags from 5th to 6th.
Spider on a bit of a streak at the moment. 9 tag streak, I think, right now. So clawing back a little bit of that difference.
He's made half his tags this game without being deactivated. That's a good run.
Very nice run. You just need to do that like 4 or 5 times and you're in finals. Easy as that.
I wish it was that easy.
But yeah, as you say, a little bit of a drop off after Commander Snake at the moment. But Brownie picking up a few tags, closing that gap down a bit.
Yep.
Tiger continuing to hold that lead. 700 odd points with that 5 tag.
Yeah, about
that. Beefy and Moss struggling a bit at the moment. Mad Can's a bit... and Method, much lower than I would expect to see them, especially past the halfway mark of the game.
Yeah, they tend to be the players that, they make a lot of pack points for their team.
Member leveled up.
I think
well done.
You'd feel like they would probably sit a bit higher in a solos game.
Yep.
Red's picked it up a bit, sitting up in the top half now.
But again, we're seeing first pull away a lot. Tiger's now over 1,000 points ahead of second place.
Yep.
And the drop off from
second to 5th is super close as well.
Yeah. Even to 6th, Karen's not that far away from him.
Yeah.
And then a bit of a drop to 7th place.
and then there's like 2 tags between like 8th and 15th.
Which is great, right? Great to see that
Member leveled up.
the skill
Well done.
gaps are starting to close up a little bit.
They've been progressively closing for a few years now, at least. Just like seeing even team ladders in particular, like watching that gap through
Member
the middle of
leveled
the
up.
competition
Well
gets
done.
so tight.
Like, I do feel like there is still that definite top tier and that sort of cutoff, but it feels like the mid tier is just getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and the bottom tier is now, not very big anymore.
Yep. Tiger 5.5K with just
2
over
minutes.
2 minutes left.
Well, I'm not going to put the mockers on him. Wishing him the best for a very good score is all I will say.
Something really interesting to see is if you look at Spider
Member
and Rapid,
leveled
they
up.
were just on
Well
identical
done.
scores, but Spider has been tagged less than
Member
half the
leveled
amount
up.
of times.
Well done. Member
Yes.
leveled up. Member leveled up. Well
So
done.
he's giving himself a lot more time to, just stay active
Member
in the
leveled
arena
up.
and spend the
Well
time
done.
finding the points.
Or, as we're saying, not giving those points to the other players, as well as accumulating and staying active. So if you're active, you've got the opportunity to shoot. Not much more to say.
Member
on that
leveled
thought.
up.
Sorry, I was
Member
trying to
leveled
be.
up. Well done.
But Spider closing that gap a little bit on Tiger at the moment.
Yep.
And now Rapid, I think, again, first-year player maybe from New Zealand, putting in a very strong solos performance. I believe their teammate, Raider, actually won one of the previous solos games. So
Oh, okay.
whatever's in the water over there in New Zealand,
Member leveled up.
if I
Well
could get
done.
some of it, please. Queensland doesn't have it.
Spider's going crazy. Over 300% tag ratio with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah.
That is
which
an
is amazing.
insane tag ratio.
Absolutely amazing.
Member leveled up.
So again,
Well
your comment,
done.
Spider
Member
on
leveled
Rapid,
up.
actually
Well
now
done.
Spider on Tiger. Tiger's got 5 more tags, but has
Member
been
leveled up.
tagged twice
Well
as much.
leveled up.
Yep.
Those scores
Well
are
done.
closing rapid.
Yep. And I mean, Rapid's still right there in it too, right? Like they're all like approaching that 45 to 50 tag
Member
point
leveled up.
Yeah.
as the
Well
game
done.
is coming to an end.
And this is
Member leveled up.
Bro's first game in
Well
a while.
done.
We've seen 3 players over 5,000 and 2 now in the 60s.
Yeah.
Brownie, get us a tag. No.
Game
Not
over.
gonna do it.
Please proceed to exit.
But very high scoring game.
Yeah. On the top end, at least, anyway. I think the bottom end was a little lower than previous. Well, just a side effect of the top players' points.
Yep. I suppose big upset there for Mad Cans and Moss. Down in the bottom half. Beefy also having a rough game.
Yeah. Spider with a 300% tag ratio exact. Highest tag streak with 9, highest domination streak with 8 on Cyrex. Tech Deck got touched up a little bit.
Yeah,
on DX
just a
streak.
touch.
Beefy putting in the distance, 637 meters.
Marathon man.
He's actually he's just abusing the little sense of attack. Just standing